So welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much already for watching my fertility journey, the part 1 and 2. So this is obviously going to be part 3. I just want to check in real quick because I don't want this video to be long and unnecessary talking, but I just left my doctor's appointment. I am on cycle day 5 today, and we're going to do a second cycle of the timed intercourse. So I just left my first baseline doctor's appointment, which they did the ultrasound just to make sure that everything looks good. And if you guys watched my previous video, you saw that the first cycle was kind of a waste because it was my right ovary that started producing the eggs instead of my left one. And I do only have my left fallopian tube, so it does have to be my left ovary. So I just left my appointment, and it already looks on cycle day 5 that my left ovary is taking the lead. I already have a 10 millimeter size follicle growing on my left ovary, which is really, really good news. We are staying positive. I've been manifesting this, so fingers crossed. She wants me to come back next Wednesday, which I think will be July 8th, and that's cycle day 13, I think she said. She also bumped up my Letrozole dose from 5 milligrams to 7.5, which is the middle one, I want to say, just to make sure that those follicles are growing on my left side. And also in my last video, I mentioned that the follicle does have to be, they want it between, I think, 19 and 21 millimeters. So the fact that I'm already at a 10 on cycle day 5 on my left side is really good news. So I'm gonna stay positive. Like I said, she wants to see me back next Wednesday just to be sure. And then hopefully that night I will do the trigger shot, and then fingers crossed it works. So I just got the Ovidrel injection, the HCG injection. And this is how it came. Obviously it says open immediately and it needs to be refrigerated, so I'm gonna go ahead and open it up and see what's in.
Oh, look at that hair.
Okay, so I'm having him open it because I can't do styrofoam. So you guys will be able to see the whole packaging part of it.
You want me to take it out?
Yeah, just open it, man.
Oh, there's ice in here.
Well, yeah, it has to be refrigerated. Okay, I just needed you to open
Refrigerate.
and dispose
No,
of
this
that
is
box.
my vlog.
Unboxing?
Yeah, this is my unboxing. So, see, you have here is the what? What is it?
It's your unboxing, go
Yeah.
ahead.
You're supposed to tell me.
HCG injection
The HCG injection.
that you're gonna be giving to me.
Yeah. It needs to be refrigerated. There you go.
So it just came with ice packs in there.
And then you have 3 great four Nordic ice packs. These will keep your lunch nice and cold.
Ah,
Okay.
dude. So obviously, yeah, this is how it came. Let's see, 0.500 milliliters. Oh, 0.5 milliliters, and it just says inject under the skin as directed. Obviously, I'll have to go through the instructions and read all of that prior to injecting myself with this, because I'm not really sure how it works or when I'm supposed to. But like I said in my last video, my follow-up appointment is next Wednesday, and hopefully then my doctor will tell me when to do this trigger shot. So for now, I'm just going to keep it in the fridge until I get the green light to do that. So I am currently on my way to my follow-up appointment. Today is cycle day 13, and this is my second appointment for my second cycle of timed intercourse and being on Metformin, Letrozole, baby aspirin. Hopefully I get good news. And I also wanted to update you guys real quick on my symptom. After being on the Letrozole this second time, I noticed I had a lot more symptoms, and I had a lot more nausea and loss of appetite. So I know last time I mentioned that, you know, I didn't want to eat any meat or anything like that, and this time around was pretty much the same, but I feel like it was a little more extreme. Because not only did I not want to eat meat, I just didn't want to eat anything at all. Like, I was hungry, but just the thought of eating, like, was grossing me out. So I did have loss of appetite. I had nausea. Like, I would wake up and just feel, like, really nauseous. I also had hot flashes, like randomly throughout the day. I would just get really, really hot. And then another one that I really noticed this time around was extreme fatigue. So I did notice that this time around. And I want to say those were the main ones that I noticed this time around. Oh, and of course headaches, but I guess that is pretty common when you are on Letrozole, is the headaches. So I did have pretty bad headaches, and I don't normally get headaches, so when I do get one, it is pretty bad. So that one as well. But I mean, as far as that, that's pretty much it. Right now I am experiencing a lot of pressure and pain in my ovary, specifically the left one. So we'll see how big my follicles are measuring this time around and how many I have. Hopefully I have quite a few growing on the left side and everything is good on that side. The second thing I wanted to update you guys real quick on was I did receive my Ovidrel injection. The insurance company that I mentioned in my previous video, they were supposed to reach out to me and go over the cost and insurance and all of that, but they never did. So at my previous appointment, I let my doctor know that, so she gave me their information and I called them, and it kind of took a long time. I was on hold for maybe like 15 minutes. No one answered, so I had to leave a voicemail for them to give me a call back, and they called me within 30 minutes, and then I was on hold again for like another 15 minutes. So that part was pretty time consuming, I would say. But after that, they went over the insurance and all of that. Obviously my insurance and my husband's insurance did not cover the injection, which we already knew they weren't going to cover it. And the price of that injection was $107. So I just wanted to put that out there real quick, because I know I would have wanted to know that information, you know, going into this process. So that's how much it did cost for us. And again, we do live in Arizona. I don't know if it's different with every state, and insurances and stuff like that. I'm not sure how much it would have been had our insurances covered all of that. I'm not sure, but that's how much we paid. So we did receive it via FedEx within 2 days after speaking to the company that handled all of this. So I'll check in with you guys after my appointment and see what they say at this ultrasound. Fingers crossed everything is good and that I can inject the trigger shot. So I'll check back in soon. So I just got done with my appointment, and as you guys saw, I not only had one mature follicle ready to go, I had two. What? So this is when multiples could happen, because I have two mature follicles ready to be released. God, it's freaking hot. This is when obviously multiples could happen. So the plan is, right now when I get home, I'm gonna have my husband inject me with the trigger shot, and I have instructions right here. A little nervous about that because I don't know, that's just scary, injecting yourself. But anyways, my husband's gonna inject me right now when we get home. I will record that, and then we have to have intercourse for the next 3 days. So starting tonight, which is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then she wants me to try again or have intercourse again on Sunday. So skip Saturday and go again Sunday, just in case, you know, it takes a little bit longer for me to ovulate. So that's the plan. And then I guess I'm not supposed to do a pregnancy test until 2 weeks after the injection, which is today. So 2 weeks from today, praying to God I don't have a period and that I'm able to test. And then at that point, when it is positive, because I know it's going to be, I'll give my doctor a call and we'll confirm the pregnancy with the blood test and then go from there. So that's the plan. This is amazing news. Yeah, so that's where we're at. You ready to give me my injection? Guess what?
It's the left one.
Yeah, but guess what? I have 2 eggs ready to release.
Twins.
So you gotta inject me right now.
Today?
Right now.
Really?
Right now.
Oh.
You ready?
Let's do it.
So we are about to inject. I got the injection here. My husband's washing his hands. I gotta clean my, like, the abdomen area where he's gonna inject me. And they said to do 1 inch away from the belly button. So I'm gonna do it on the left side because it's my left ovary and it just makes sense. So 1 inch away from my belly button and then inject it, I guess. I'll show you guys. Yes, nurse, Dr. Wilson.
You're gonna feel a little bit of a pinch. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You want me to make this quick? I don't like needles, so. Goodness gracious. There we go. Oh!
Dude! You remove the cap with the injection up. Like that.
Can't do needles.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
I can't.
Just do it, dude.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
All the way in?
Yes, dude. Oh my gosh, you could have already been done.
I know.
Hurry.
Okay, let me sanitize this area again. Okay.
Oh, that wasn't so bad. Oh. High five.
Hold on, let me put this thing away. I don't want anything to do with needles.
The worst part was the liquid going in. I didn't even feel the needle.
Really?
Yeah.
Oof.
So the worst part is over, I guess. Now the fun starts. In 2 weeks, I'll be pregnant. Ah!
Oh. It's right on your abs.
If I had abs. So I guess I'll check in 2 weeks when I'm doing a pregnancy test. See you guys then.
How was this?
So today is July 22nd, Wednesday. So today marks 2 weeks since I did my trigger shot, and it is test day. My husband is at physical therapy right now, so he's not home. So it's like perfect timing. So I'm gonna take this first response one. Tells you 6 days sooner. Not sure how accurate that is, but I am gonna take this one today. And just real quick, as far as like symptoms go, it's kind of hard to say that I'm having any symptoms because I don't have like the tender breast, the tender nipples, anything like that. And I know it's still pretty early on, but I know some women do get like early pregnancy symptoms. One thing I guess I have experienced is that I'm pretty gassy, and yeah, I would say that. And then also like I've been having super vivid dreams, and then also a lot of cramping. And because I've never been pregnant before, I don't really know what to expect. All I can relate my symptoms to is like PMS symptoms, and it's not rare for me to get cramps before starting my period, but the cramps that I've been feeling, they've kind of been intense, low-key. I haven't had any spotting, anything like that. But yesterday I was laying in bed and I just felt like very defeated, and I was just like I was not in a good mood yesterday. But when I was on my way to work, I saw a rainbow, and I kind of saw that as a sign, because I was like, you know, I'm one who's like really into signs. But anyways, I don't want to bore you with all of this talk. I just want to say that real quick. So let's go ahead and test. My gosh, this might be it. extra time just because. Okay, now we wait 3 minutes. Let's check it out. Literally negative. I fucking hate this. I'm so done taking tests. Like, at this point, I'm just gonna wait for my fucking period to get here, I guess. So my period started today, and I am disappointed, don't get me wrong, but I think because of Charles, like, my mindset is just different, because he didn't let me go into that dark place that I normally put myself in. And literally, like, up until that point, mentally, I was doing great. Like, I was positive. I kept saying, like, I was pregnant. I felt it. So up until, I would say, the first day that I tested, I was perfectly good mentally. And then once I saw that negative test, I was like, shit, here we go again, you know? And at that point is when I started thinking to myself, like, great, it didn't work. Like, and then I started beating myself up, like, why didn't it work? Everything was lined up perfectly, you know, I looked perfect on paper, my follicles were a great size, like, all of these different things. I was like, why, you know? And up until that point, like, any little symptom I got, I was like researching, could this be a pre or early pregnancy symptom? Like, I was literally researching every single second of every single day up until that point. So fast forward, I test negative, and then 13 DPO comes, test again, negative. So at this point, I'm researching, like, can I still be pregnant if I'm getting negative results at 13 DPO? And a lot of women said not to test until 14 DPO because that's part of the 2-week wait. That's why they call it the 2-week wait, because you're not supposed to test until 14 DPO because that's normally when you get positive results. Although some women do get their results earlier, around like 8 DPO, which is crazy. But yeah, so that's what I was waiting for, and I was like, okay, I could still be pregnant. Like, I still had it at the back of my mind, but at the same time, I was like, I'm not pregnant. So it was like a battle of my mind, you know, like going back and forth. And then on top of that, Charles was also researching, and he kept telling me, like, you could still be pregnant. You could still be pregnant. Like, stop being so negative. You need to stay positive. And I was like, that at the same time was hard for me because, like, I kind of already had a feeling that I wasn't pregnant, and, like, it broke my heart to tell him that. And I didn't want to be negative, but I feel like us women are so in tune with our bodies that we know. And on top of that, I know anything is possible. So I still could have been pregnant, yes, but I just felt that I wasn't at that point. But he kept saying, like, you still could be pregnant, like, just keep waiting, keep waiting. So I literally kept testing every day. Even yesterday, I was still testing because when you have a trigger shot, you're supposed to get your period, like, by 14 DPO if you haven't tested positive for a pregnancy test. So I was like, what the heck is going on? So actually Friday, since I did test negative, I called my doctor and I was like, hey, I've been taking pregnancy tests and they're all negative, but I also have not started my period and I don't really have any symptoms besides cramping. And she was like, okay, well, because your cycles are pretty irregular, and they are, because normally they last like anywhere between 37 to like 40, 50 days, you know, it all depends. My cycles are super irregular, but because they are irregular, my period could show up later on or whatever. So she said, if you don't get your period in 5 days from now, which would have been Wednesday of this week, then to give them a call, and I think they would have put me on medications to induce my period and get my cycle started. So this morning I woke up and sure enough, she was here. So like I said, I am disappointed only because I'm wondering, like, what went wrong. And I know there's a lot of different factors that play into this whole fertility thing, but I'm telling you, like, on paper, everything was perfect. I don't know. And then at that point, it's like, well, if I can't get pregnant like this, then, like, what is it gonna take? So he just got home, and I guess I'll let him touch a little bit on how he feels about this failed cycle.
Oh, right now? I mean, you know, gotta keep taking these opportunities to get it right. And you know, things don't go perfect the first time. Just gotta keep going. I've heard from other people that they've had a similar experience as far as the first time with this timed intercourse and the shot to drop the egg. Didn't work for them, but they tried a couple more times and it worked. So I'm very, I have a positive outlook on it, and we'll continue to work on it.
So like I was saying, it's been hard obviously, but because of him, like I just feel like it wasn't as hard on me this time around, because he has been super positive and doesn't let me go there. Like I'll start crying and he'll just be like, stop crying, basically. So I just called my doctor again because I'm supposed to call them when I start my period and stuff. So I just called them and they're gonna see me on cycle day 4. She's gonna want to do the baseline ultrasound all over again to see again if it's gonna be my left ovary producing the follicles or the right one. And if it's the right one, obviously we can't move forward because I don't have my right tube. But if it's my left one, we both talked about it and we're still gonna move forward with timed intercourse again and just do the cycle all over again and go from there. I am curious to see what my doctor has to say about this, like to hear it from like a professional, you know, like a doctor, what could have gone wrong. So I guess we'll see Thursday and that'll be a whole separate video, but thank you guys for watching this fertility journey. I know it's obviously not going to be easy, but this is what was set for us. This is our journey and we just got to accept it. So everyone else who is going through similar things, just stay positive and know that you're not alone. If you have any questions, feel free to comment them down below and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.